Brenner, guitar player for Theory of a Deadman. You're listening to Geekcast Radio Network. Now we have to get him wasted and get him a hooker. That birthday gift is always an STD.
That's so funny. Oh man, you have no idea how awesome it is to talk to you, because I saw you guys here in Louisville back in 2003 at an outdoor show at a place called Jillian's.
Oh,
and that place is closed down.
Back.
Yeah, way back when you guys were. I've been a fan since the very beginning. As soon as I heard Invisible Man on the Spider-Man soundtrack, I was hooked.
That was our first. That was our first real song that got any kind of, public play. Before that, that was on Spider-Man before a record came out. So that was like the first thing, man. That's the first thing.
Hello and welcome to Geekcast Radio. I am your host, TFG and Mike, and today I'll be talking with Theory of A Deadman guitarist Dave Brenner. Hey Dave, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. This is like a dream come true.
Hey, sweet. For me too.
You guys are... Theory of A Deadman is one of my all-time favorite bands. I can listen to your entire catalog front to back without missing a beat and just constantly. So this is just a thrill for me.
Well, that was always our goal. We always wanted people to not just like 2 or 3 songs from every record. We always wanted everybody to like, every song from every record.
And see, that's the thing with me. Like, there's certain bands and certain artists I can listen to, but I only like maybe 4 or 5 songs off of their records. I think there's maybe only 2 songs in the entire Theory of a Deadman catalog that I just don't really listen to. It's not that I dislike them, but they're just songs that I don't even listen to that much.
Hey,
but
2 or 3, that's not bad. I'll take that. That's not bad.
So, kicking things off here, I found interviews from Theory over the years, and I don't think I always try to find the most, out there question. I don't think anyone's ever asked you guys this question. Where did the band name come from? I read online that it came from one of the songs off the first album. Can you set the record straight?
Yeah, it was one of the songs off the first record was on the record is titled The Last Song.
Mm-hmm.
It was always one of my faves from that record, but that song was quite an old song and actually used to be titled Theory of a Deadman. And the whole song sort of is based around the premise of somebody who's considering committing suicide and basically starts to write sort of the memoirs of things that he loves and will miss if he's gone. And through writing these memoirs kind of talks himself out of doing it. So that was the whole premise behind the Theory of a Deadman. And then when we started doing pre-production for our first record, we ended up changing the title of that song. And I mean, we literally had like label interest before we had our band name figured out. And it was Dean that says, "Hey man, let's call ourselves Theory of a Deadman." It was something we all liked, and then we stuck with it as our band name.
That's awesome. So awesome. Does it amaze you that you guys are 10 years old?
You know what? For some reason it doesn't really amaze me. I know that I've seen so many awesome bands come and go, and I know that this industry can, like, it can chew you up and spit you out as quickly as it brought you in, But I don't know. I feel like we've always had a good, strong work ethic. We've always been willing to do whatever it takes, to make our band a success, and that means, never saying no to, any interviews or anything. If people wanted to talk to us, we wanted to talk to them about us. So, we've always been willing to pound the pavement and play small shows, big shows, medium shows, and just meet our fans after the shows. And I think that the fact that our band has such a good dynamic within our, the four of us personality-wise, we never disagree or get in fights about anything. In 10 years, I could probably count our fights on two fingers. So, you know what? It doesn't totally blow me away, but at the same time, I'm very happy to be where we are, and we feel pretty blessed to be able to do this and make a living doing it. So,
yeah. As far as tours go, you guys just finished the Avalanche tour. I believe that was last year, or it might have been earlier this year that you finished it, and now you guys are starting Carnival of Madness. What's the best part for you personally on tours?
There's a lot of really fun things. For me, when you look at a tour like Carnival of Madness, for me it's sort of about the brotherhood of the band. So we've toured with most of these bands before, and we get along well with everybody. And you get on the road, and it's like it's just a big family. Everybody's excited to see each other. Everybody's hanging out, throwing baseball, throwing football, of course playing hockey, right, for us Canadians. And
right, yeah.
we're just having a good time out on the road, and it's like not having to grow up, man, and just hanging out with your buddies all day, every day. So it's something that's hard to describe, but something that you really can't beat.
Yeah. How many, in your all's history, like I know that from reading other interviews and from seeing other videos that you guys have done, you guys always talk about pranking each other and other bands. Has any of that really started yet on the new tour?
No, I mean, literally tonight's the first night of this tour, and Adelita's Ways on stage right now, and tonight's pretty much the, hey, what's up kind of first night. How's everybody doing? Hugs all around. But you know what? I think all the bands know each other pretty well. There's a good chance there could be some serious debauchery going on this tour. You have to check back with me when we see you later in the month.
Yeah, you guys are actually going to be, I believe, at Freedom Hall here in Louisville, Kentucky on August 26th, and I would love to go. My problem is I don't have I don't drive, so that's just getting there is the issue. But I would love to see you guys again. It's been too long since I've seen you in concert. Yeah,
man, you got to come. We're playing a bunch of the new tracks from the new record. The truth is, we got a couple of cool songs that we're playing. And for us, which is for us exciting, anytime we start throwing new stuff into the set, it's an exciting time for us. So I'm pretty excited about the upcoming shows.
Yeah, when you guys do your all set lists, how do you choose the songs that really go into each night's set list, or is it different every night?
No, it's not different every night. I mean, we kind of try to, sort of set a base set and then maybe throw a few variables in that can change in and out here and there. But, the idea for us for a tour like Carnival is to sort of set up, what works, and the only way to do that is by playing a few different songs here and there. It's getting really hard to make a set list because, if we have a 1 hour set, I mean, we had 8 singles from Scars and Souvenirs, so, in an hour set, we're playing like maybe 12 songs.
Yeah.
And so we're cutting singles from the set, to put album cuts in just because we want to play some album cuts. And and it starts to get really tough because, you do some festival and they're like, you got 40 minutes tonight. And we're like, 40 minutes, man. Holy cripes, what are we going to do here? But you know what? It's just we know the ones that the fans really want to hear. We really want to play those ones because you know that's what you know. Your fans are your fans because they love certain songs, and you know we always try to appease the majority and play some of the the big songs like Bad Girlfriend or Hey My Life, and also play some songs off the new record that we just want to play and try out and test out. And I think that for us, discovering which songs are going to be singles. You know, for us, we have to do some research and play them to the fans and see how the reaction live is as well.
Yeah. You mentioned Scars and Souvenirs. Do you think that The Truth Is has the potential to do what Scars did?
I think so. I mean, we look at the history of our band, and we feel like there's been growth every record, right? Like we've built a fan base off of touring. And those people are still our fans, and we go and see them, and they come and see us. And we write, you know, when we write records, we really focus on making, you know, every song a song that could be single-worthy. I don't think there's any reason why you should focus on, you know, picking a few songs and making those your singles and then throwing the rest of the record together. We really want to make it so that if, you know, the time was permitting, every song could be a single. But, you know, I think that we're really proud of The Truth Is, and we think that it's, in our opinion, you know, we just keep getting better, and that's how we've wanted to do it. So, you know, I think we'll be disappointed in ourselves if we don't, you know, repeat the success that we had with Scars.
Well, as I heard Tyler say once to people who gave Scars bad reviews, he said, "Keep giving it bad reviews; it'll just get better and better for us."
Yeah. Oh man, you know, it's just the truth. I mean, in the end. You know, we look at like Rolling Stone magazine dogging on Led Zeppelin back in the days and stuff. It's like, you know, at some point you just got to remember that that's one guy's opinion, and you know, you just keep rolling forward. And for every one guy that doesn't like it, man, you got to hope that there's 1,000 that do. So, you know, that's the attitude we take, and we just we focus on the people that do like the record and party with them.
Yep. Musically on The Truth Is, you guys added horns on a few tracks. To me, other than that, it seems to be the same sound that you guys have had over the years. I guess the saying is, if it's broke, don't fix it. But is there anything different you would have done with The Truth Is, other than what it actually is now?
No, you know what? For us, you know, when you start messing with stuff like horns, it's something that we've kind of done on every record. You know, we're like, hey, you know, it'd be cool to try working a song out with something like this. But for some reason, with Truth Is, it almost sort of presented itself. We played these songs that just almost felt like they wanted to have horns in them before anybody even brought up the idea. And it was like, yeah, they would maybe sound really cool. And, you know, the more records you do, you start to get a bit of a budget for stuff like that. And we're like, you know what, let's spend some money and see how it sounds. Get a group of guys out here that can play the shit out of some horns and see how it sounds. And they came out and they did it, and we were like, you know what, it's a marriage, man. These things, this is perfect. And, you know, I don't think horns, a lot of people say it's not rock and roll, but, man, go listen to Bad Motorfinger by Soundgarden. There's horns all over that thing. So, you know, horns can be rock and roll, you know.
Anything can be rock and roll if you apply it, right?
That's right.
I read, because I've tried to come up with questions that no other interview that you guys have done recently has asked you. I read another one where you said that Drag Me to Hell is the hardest sounding song you guys have ever done. Were there any other hard songs you guys worked on but didn't make the new album?
No, you know, we're pretty focused when it comes to working on songs, and anything that we kind of work on, we usually end up recording because... or otherwise we scrap it early. But you know what? I think there's some heavy songs on this record. I think We Were Men kind of has this heavy, dark undertones. But as far as just straight up heavy riffage, I think Drag Me to Hell is probably the heaviest song that we've ever written.
Yeah. So The Bitch Came Back is a Canadian nursery rhyme?
Well, not exactly. Yeah.
No, I know.
But, I don't know if it's a nursery rhyme either. It was some kind of thing, man. It was called The Cat Came Back, and I remember growing up, and it was, you know, a little song that, you know, you would sing along with Fred Penner or whoever, and yeah, it was The Cat Came Back. The very next day, the cat came back, thought he was a goner, but the cat came back. He couldn't stay away, and then one day I was just at Tyler's place for jamming, and he's like, you remember that cat came back? I'm like, yep. And he goes, I want to do that, but the bitch came back. And I was like, all right. let's do it. So we and literally just jammed it right in front of me, and I was like, that sounds awesome. For me, we didn't realize that this was only something that people really knew in Canada. You know, it was just something that we just thought was, you know, from back when we were kids, you know, growing up, maybe just lost in that generation. But then we started sort of asking around, and the Americans that we talked to just didn't really know what we were talking about. We're like, oh, because we were thinking, hey, perfect, the melody everybody already knows, perfect.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's mostly Canadian, I think.
I saw today before we did this interview on the band's website that you guys are asking for extras on a new music video. Can you tell us what song is getting the new video?
It's actually Bitch Came Back, and we already filmed it, and we did have a few people fly out from different places, man, Oklahoma City, and I don't know. Some people came out, and the whole premise was we were just playing some kind of beach, or not like a pool party in Malibu. And there's a bunch of chicks in bikinis and, you know, stuff like that. So it was torture.
Right.
Yeah. It's another torturous video shoot like Bad Girlfriend in the strip club. And now a beach or a pool party. You know, it's a tough life, man.
Yeah. If you had to pick your 3 favorite songs off The Truth Is, what would they be and why?
I think we'd pick We Were Men. Just because, I don't know, I think for me, Tyler being a guy that writes a lot about relationships and his relationships and stuff like that, it's cool for me to see him really write something that's way outside of his realm of comfort, but also nail it so rad, like it sounds so awesome. That, and we always have so many military people come to our show. It's cool to kind of, you know, give a song that's a bit of a shout-out to these people. Another song called Gentleman, which is a song that we'll be playing live for the first time tonight, just because I just think it rocks, man. Like, it's upbeat, fun to play. And another song, I think Hurricane is one of my favorites, too, and I think it's just an emotional roller coaster, that song. So I've always been a guy that's a fan of emotional music and singers pouring their hearts out. So those are my 3 picks.
Yeah. For me, because I got the special edition off of iTunes that had a bunch of bonus tracks on it.
Oh, yeah.
For me, my favorite out of the bonus tracks is Villain.
Oh, yeah, that's we recorded that in just after the Scars and Souvenirs session. So, yeah, we did that one quite a while ago. But, yeah, that's a cool track.
Yeah. If you guys ever did a video for that, it has to be based off of, like, superheroes and supervillains or something like that.
Yeah, well, you know, that's what we keep saying. We're like, how come this song can't get into some kind of a superhero movie or something? It's perfect.
I know. You were talking about We Were Men earlier, and in another interview, I think it was with you, was some other website, I don't know, I believe it was either you or Tyler that said it was originally supposed to be on Scars and Souvenirs.
Yeah, we started jamming that song kind of before we did the Scars record. And, you know, it was such a early stages of that song, and we were sort of close to getting to the point where we were going to start recording. And so we'd fiddled with it just briefly, and then kind of we're just like, you know what, we don't need another song right now. We got enough songs to record. You know, this is just not far along enough, and let's focus on what we have. And then when we started jamming for this record, I just sort of said to Tyler, I'm like, hey, you remember when we were jamming that song We Were Men? He's like, yeah. I'm like, let's jam that again, man. That song's ready to come together here. Let's put it out. And so we just started working on it, and it just came together so well, man. I couldn't have been happier.
Yeah, it's a really, really awesome song. How can people, besides like the website, and I know you guys, I know the band is on Twitter. It's at TOADM. Are you on Twitter or Facebook or anything for people to interact with you, or are you the one that actually runs band Twitter?
No, Tyler does the band's Twitter. Dean is also, our bass player Dean is also on Twitter. Mm-hmm. But I am the one guy that is not into Twitter or Facebook or MySpace or any of those social networks. I call them anti-social networks because it just keeps people from actually socializing in person. So you know what? I'm trying to hold out as long as I can. If you want to interact with me, just come to the show and let's hang out and have a drink. That's how I do it, old school.
So, I'd like to thank Dave Brenner from Theory of a Deadman.
'Cause I'm alone.